What should we make of Drag 101? We decided to go straight to the source. Selena T. West was the teacher of Drag 101 in Delaware, and she's joining us now to tell us how the class went. First of all, let's start with today's event.
Okay.
A big crowd there welcoming you. Were you expecting that?
I wasn't expecting a crowd that large. I knew that we had more people in favor of the class than there was in opposition, but to have everyone in Delaware come out and celebrate drag and pride was amazing.
So let's talk now about what your critics are saying about the class. First criticism we heard from the very beginning, from the people who were calling in the library. This is a public library, taxpayers' dollars fund it. How do you respond to that?
I mean, I think that the argument about tax dollars is a veil. And really behind that is homophobia, transphobia, and dragphobia, really. And that's what it's about. They are fear-mongering, and that is, and passing off information that's not correct about drag and about trans and the gay community.
And when you went in to teach the class today, they were saying this was requested by teenagers in Delaware County. Who showed up for the class, and what was the class?
Well, I'm really happy to say that we had 30 teens come, mostly actually young teenage girls come and learn about makeup and the history of drag. I had a few people from the drag community who came in who represent different facets of the drag community, and they spoke as well. And then the last 30 minutes, we just did a wig and makeup transformation. It was really fun.
And the kids did request this. They also requested it in Newark, where we were told that there were some different components to that class than what you had today. They were advertised that they were going to be meeting after hours and that they were going to have a sex education component to it, a safe sex component. Do you think that that should have gone on anyway?
Well, let's be clear. I mean, a safe sex component that's not a dirty thing to be talking about when we look at schools where homosexuals and the LGBT community, we don't get to learn about that stuff. So that should be, I think, part of teaching. It wasn't part of my class. It's not something I am certified to teach, but I think it's a necessity for people growing up.
Before I let you go, why don't you tell me why you think this class is important to teenagers, especially to teenagers who might be questioning their identity or their sexuality, and why during Pride Month you wanted to do this?
Well, I grew up in a small town. We had one stoplight, and it's very similar to Delaware. And if I had somebody like myself to look up to or to meet, it would have changed my life. That's the reason why I did it. It's important, especially during Pride, to see people like yourself represented and see a gay person or a trans person or a drag queen, anybody part of that community, rising to the challenge and being successful in their field.
What would you like to say to state lawmakers who are saying that common sense tells them these classes should not be allowed to go on?
I would say it's not common sense. I would say it's homophobia.
All right. Well, thank you for being with us, and we hope you enjoy your Pride Month.
Thank you.